Hey folks, it's Pep on the Woods. I hope you'll bear with me for just a second before I get into the video. First of all, a great friend of mine and frequent hiking partner, Ted Harmon, has a small business in the upper Cumberland Plateau area called Honey Creek Knives. Along with his wife Susie, they create a great product. I mean, they have a knife for just regular utility knives, skinning knives, chopping knives, you name it. They have a wide variety of knives to fit any outdoorsman's needs. And these are actually 3 of Ted's knives that I personally own. And these are nice. Not only are they sharp, hardened steel, they look good, and they come all with their own sheath. So yeah, if you're in the need for a real good outdoorsman's knife, give Ted or Susan a text, and I'm sure they'll get back with you, and they'll ship them anywhere. So thanks for listening to that. On with the video now. Yeah, that right there's the gate out toward the Big Island Road off Station Camp. We're gonna head down here to the river, and one thing I wanted to see is if this hill is as bad as it was the only time I ever hiked up it. And I thought it was a miserable experience, but get a better look at it going down it than up it. And that's Mr. Ted Harmon with me. Should be a good day. We haven't even got down to the river yet and looked over here and saw this, and this is definitely a remnant of an old chimney, and then there's a cornerstone, big one over in there. So yeah, had a home site down here, and I have no idea whose it was. And if some of the local people that watch my video knows, please let me know. I don't like seeing a home site and not being able to say whose it was. It bothers me. Okay, we're at the fork in the trail, right at the Big Island crossing. And just right below that home site. So yeah, anybody that knows who lived there, please let me know. Now I know this is going to be almost impossible to see, but right here, just above the Big Island crossing, not 75 feet, is a really nice stone wall, well built. More than likely by whoever lived just right up there on the hill. Yeah, I'd love to know who. You can see more of the wall right there. Pretty neat. Nice little creek crossing here. God, that's just gorgeous. Yeah, the road's a little bit muddy through here, but that's okay. We're at the D Burke Cabin. And much as I've hiked, as long as I've lived around here, I have never hiked this section of the trail where this cabin was. So today's that day. Got hitching posts for horses. Looks like people have actually camped right there. There's a fire ring. But there it is. Let's go check it out. And for what I've read and heard, this cabin was built in here on Burke family land in the early 70s. They were staying down here a lot in the 1970s. Them and their relatives and families. And I mean, this was a wonderful place. Later on in the 70s, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers came in here and bought the land up to form Big South Fork. But they left this cabin standing. And I like it. Yeah, that part of the porch is kind of rotted out, but the rest of it around through here on the high end isn't. And I don't know if we can see in here or not. Oh, man. Yeah, I've seen a few pictures of this, but pictures never do stuff like this justice. God, what a fireplace. Look at this. Wow. I'll get a picture of that where I can get it in a better light. I guess bedroom's back in here. I can see a window. Yeah, bedrooms on both sides. I like it. Walk out the backside onto this porch. Very cool. I'd show a little more of the outside of the cabin, but just about every open spot, it's graffiti everywhere. But you talk about sitting in a beautiful place up on this hill, and the river's just out of sight right down there. A little stream runs right in front of it. I like it. It's beautiful. Yeah, like I said a minute ago, I was very impressed with this thing and would like to take more shots of it, but it's just totally covered with people's graffiti, man. I don't get into that, and I'm not going to show all people's graffiti. And that's a big outhouse. Maybe in a different day and age, but I just don't get two-seat outhouses, because I really just like to go in the outhouse and do my business without somebody sitting beside me. But that's one heck of a big outhouse. D Burke Cabin. Man, that thing's impressive, especially the way they built that with a dovetailed joint at the end of the logs and that fireplace. Whoa. I mean, you can see big, nice modern homes, and the fireplaces are not that nice. But a two-seat toilet outhouse, I don't get it, you know. Sit around the house and, I'm getting bored, honey. You want to go take a dump? I don't get it. And we were hoping to find some of these Kentucky lady slippers. They're pretty rare. Just a fantastic find that made this hike so much better. Yeah, there's the river, and been a pretty good hike out there, but we're here. Been an excellent hike, especially with the Burke Cabin and all the wildflowers we saw, including, I don't know how many, 8 or 10 spaced out, kind of far between the yellow Kentucky lady slippers. Those are amazing. So let's get back up the road and get Ted to take me back to my vehicle. We'll call it a day from there. Hey folks. Yeah, today was one of those just spur of the moment days. Ted texted me and asked me if I wanted to go down here along the river and look for the Kentucky lady slippers, and I kind of added to it a little bit to go out a different road and go down to the river so we could see the Burke Cabin, because of all the hiking I've done here, I've never went to the Burke Cabin. So got to see all that, and we got our flowers down along the river. Probably about a 5-mile point-to-point hike. Pretty muddy down along the river, but man, it just being from going to having no plans to having a day like this just kind of makes it even seem better than a normal hike that's planned out. I don't know. Sometimes the spur of the moment stuff turns out to be the best of all. And Ted's a great guy. But, just I appreciate you guys watching. I really do. So like usual, as long as you guys keep watching them, I'll keep making them. Just pep on the woods. I appreciate it. See ya.